Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and today I wanted to talk about Rounds. And Rounds is a game that is better than it has any right to be. It's a 1v1 roguelike fighter made by Landfall Games, the devs behind Cluster Truck, Stick Fight, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and more. And the game is super easy to pick up, but it has so much depth that I could see myself playing the game for hundreds of hours, honestly. So off the bat, after you challenge a friend or random, you both get to choose a power-up from a bunch of different cards. And there are 3 different rarities of cards ranging from common cards to rare cards to epic cards. And each of these cards give you different crazy power-ups. So some cards may give you more HP and some lifesteal, or increase your bullet size, or turn your gun into a shotgun, or some absolutely crazy cards like ones that make your bullets home or allow you to revive a single time after dying. And after both you and your opponent both pick a card, the battle starts. You both get spawned into an arena and must kill each other, and the main thing you can do besides moving and jumping around in the map is firing your gun, which you can fire a certain amount of times before having to reload. The other thing you can do is using a block ability, which if you use it right before you get shot, it will reflect bullets away. And each round is a best 2 of 3. So first person to win 2 fights actually wins the round, and the loser gets to select another ability from a random selection of 5 cards again. And also something to keep in note is that you can actually see your opponent draw their cards and their abilities, and you can always look at the abilities in the top right of the screen, so it's not like you're picking blindly, which I really like because there's kind of some counterplay in the game as well. So the game has just with it this awesome balance to where if you're doing really good or you have a really insane build and you're winning constantly, the opponent is going to get more and more abilities to come back. And I have to say, the way that the abilities combo with each other are absolutely amazing. You can get some insanely OP builds where you're firing like a machine gun of grenades that also leave poison trails and stun the enemy, or have something insane where you have just a ton of health and a lot of lifesteal and you can place down healing fields so you can't ever die. And as someone that plays way too many roguelites and roguelikes, having a 1v1 multiplayer roguelite that actually allows you to get more powerful and get these insanely OP builds is absolutely awesome. The one thing I will say is I would absolutely love to see even more variety in the cards that get offered to you. After playing the game for a couple of hours, I'm seeing a lot of repeats in the cards, and that's totally okay for the common cards, but I would love to see more rare and epic cards to spice things up. And to be fair, this is only a $6 game that was released as Landfall Games' April Fool's joke, because apparently they release a small game like this April 1st, so the amount of content that you're already getting for a small little experience is totally worth it. I just obviously want to see this game do even more, especially with it getting some success. The maps in the game are all very different and they each benefit certain strategies over each other, which is awesome, and there's a lot of visual variety to keep the game feeling fresh, and the soundtrack is an absolute banger as well. So overall, there isn't a ton more to talk about with the game because it's a small little experience, but the experience is something that is larger than the sum of its parts. The game comes together to create an incredibly fun experience, especially if you are as a big a fan as roguelites and roguelikes as I am. Also, the developers actually gave me 2 review copies of the game to give away, so if you're watching this in the first 24 hours of it being released, click the top link in the description to enter over on my Twitter. And if you want to see what some full runs look like and see how broken of builds you can get, then check out my Let's Play series of the game as well. And if you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing and ringing that bell like all the big boy YouTubers say to see more videos like this in the future. And if you're going to be grinding out some games of Rounds, then I wish you luck, and see you next time.